you want to get the variable by itself. So in number 1, what should we do to get the variable by itself? We want to get rid of a negative 4, so we should
Add 4.
add 4. So we're going to add 4 to both sides. What's the rule when we're adding negatives? Signs are different, so we subtract. Keep the sign the bigger number. We get negative 13. Questions on that one? Alright, look at the second one. Again, we want to get the variable by itself, so find the variable. How are we going to get rid of that 6 that's over there with the variable? Ashley?
Subtract it from 8.
Subtract 6 from both sides. Because notice it's a positive 6. Remember when we're subtracting, we've got to use our change rule. So negative 8 plus negative 6, signs are the same. We're going to add and keep the sign. What do we have left on the right-hand side? Brandon?
Negative x.
Negative x. Good. Everybody notice that? Don't lose your negative sign. What number is that really that's in front of the x, Nancy?
Negative 1.
Negative 1. So what would I now need to do to get rid of that negative 1? The opposite of multiply by negative 1 would be divide by negative 1. So we're going to divide both sides by negative 1. I get positive 14 equal x. Questions on that one? Ethan, you got to finish it. You got a negative there. Alright. Let's look at the next one. Everybody got that copy that needs it? Now, when we look at fractions, don't look at fractions and say, oh, that's a hard problem, because we do it the same way. What's the opposite of subtract 1/5? Joe?
Add 1/5.
Yes, add 1/5. So that part should not cause you any problems. So even if you know nothing about fractions, you still should be able to get that. Now we have a little bit of trouble if you don't know anything about fractions, but in adding and subtracting fractions, you must have a common denominator. So what do 3 and 5 both go into? 15. So we're going to put a 15 on the bottom. We say, what do we do to 3 to get 15? Multiply by 5. So 5 times 2 would be 10. What do we do to 5 to get 15? Multiply by 3. So 3 times 1 is 3. Look over here and it says add. So we're going to add the 2. So that would give us 13/15. And then bring down your y. So y equal 13/15. Questions on that one? Alright, next one I hope we find pretty easily. What's the opposite of multiply by negative 7? Yes, guys, come on, you need to be saying answers. Divide by negative 7. Signs are different, so it is negative 8. It's under equations, lesson 13, not inequality, but equations. So equations is above inequalities, lesson 13. Notes. Any questions on that? Alright, the next one. Again, what's the opposite of multiply by 3/4, Braden?
To divide by 3/4.
Which is the same as?
Multiplying by 4/3.
Good. So we're going to multiply by the reciprocal. But again, you can always ask yourself that question. What's the opposite of multiply? Everything cancels on the right. On the left, don't lose that negative sign. I'm going to write it down. Oops, wrong side. On the left, everything cancels. On the right, don't lose your negative sign. 3 goes into 3 once. 3 goes into 9 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12. So I get x equal negative 12. Questions on that one? So those are really all one-step equations. Now we have a two-step equation. Remember, usually we get rid of anything added or subtracted first. So what should I do in problem 6? Ethan? How about add 5? I've got to do the opposite of subtract, right? So I'm trying to undo it, so I'm going to add 5 to each side. Over here I have x over negative 4. Here it's just normal addition 11. Now what should I do? Bryce?
Multiply negative 4 on both
Yes,
sides.
good. Multiply both sides by negative 4. So those cancel. Signs are different, so it's negative 44. Questions on that one? 2 more to do. What would be my first step on this one? Joe?
Multiply by 3.
Yes, because notice it's the whole thing being divided by 3, so this is the kind of the one time when you would not get rid of anything added or subtracted first. The 3's cancel over here, leaving us 2x minus 6, and then we multiply over here and get negative 6. Next step, Joseph?
Oh, you're gonna add 6.
Right, now to subtract 6 would be add 6, leaving me 2x equal, what's on the right side? What do I get? Class? 0. Get rid of my 2, I gotta divide by 2. What is 0 divided by 2?
0.
0. So any questions on that one? Joe?
The answer be no.
No, the answer would be 0. 0 is a number, right? Yeah, guys, remember I told you, I think I did a play about how 0 is a number and all the other numbers you should pick on 0. 0 is a number just like all the others. Alright, number 8, I did not put the directions, define your variable, write equation, and solve like we need to, but we need to do that. So what are we trying to find in number 8?
2 consecutive.
Yes, 2 consecutive integers. I'm going to write my stuff up above because I don't have room down there. So x is going to be my first, and all I have to say is integer, right? Like first there, it's not letting me write. My first integer. Okay, what would my integer, next integer be?
X plus 2.
Consecutive integers. What do I do to 2 to get 3? What do I do to 3 to get 4? Add 1. So what am I going to do to x to get the next one? Add 1. So x plus 1 would be my second integer. Questions on that? Now it says their sum is, and notice I picked a big number so it wouldn't be as easy to do in your head this time. So the first one, x, plus the second one, x plus 1, equal 3,127. What do I get when I simplify on the left? X plus x is 2x plus 1 equal 3127. So now I need to subtract 1 from each side. 2x equal 3126. Divide by 2. Running out of room here. So I'm going to get x equal, 2 goes into 3 one time with 1 left over. I'm kind of doing short division. So 2 goes into 11 5 times with 1 left over. The 1 from the 2. 2 goes into 12 6 times, and 2 goes into 6. So I get 1,563. That's my first integer. What's my second integer going to be?
1,064.
Yeah, you take that and you just put it right back in the equation, add 1 onto it, you get 1,564. So those would be my 2 answers. Any questions on that? Something I did forget to remind you of. Remember, you can check all of these. So like if I wanted to check, like this problem up above, number 7, I'd put a 0 in there for x. What is 2 times 0? 0. 0 minus 6.
Negative.
And what's negative 6 divided by positive 3? Negative 2. So it does check out, doesn't it? So remember, you can check every problem, and that would be a good thing to do probably before you turn your test in on Friday.